How you going? What's up, internet? If you don't know me, I'm James. I'm a product designer and a part-time hobby musician, and I like designing music stuff, music devices, music instruments, those kinds of things. So if you're into that, you're in the right place. And when I say I'm a product designer, I do 3D design, mechanical design, industrial design, that sort of stuff. And in this streaming series, I'm designing a hardware digital drum machine or drum looper. I'm working on this project with three or four other people, and yeah, like I said, I'm responsible for the mechanical side. So I'm here in SolidWorks, and this is where we're at up to so far with the device. It's kind of like an arbitrary size with an arbitrary number of buttons and jacks and things. It's all going to change for sure. Just working on something that will be like a prototype or maybe close to the finished product. But there'll be things that will certainly change. Like this prototype is using a Raspberry Pi as its brain, but the finished device will likely have something a bit more compact. Anyway, in this episode, on this day, my plan is to do something that I've been putting off for a while, which is making a 3D model for some potentiometers that need to be in place of these knobs. It's the electronic device which does the knobbing, the thing that's actually responsible for making changes when you turn the knob. So yeah, I'm going to start that today, and I want to say hey to Elk, who's here as always from the very beginning. Much appreciated. Great having you here once again. Yeah, I might even have a surprise for you today. I told you I have a friend who works in the game industry. He's on Discord at the moment on a different channel, but I might be able to convince him to pop in for 5 or 10 minutes or so. Maybe he has some ideas for you about getting your music into video games. No promises, but we'll see what he says. But yeah, anyway, how's your day going? How are you, man? While you write something, I need to figure out which pot I'm going to model, and I think I'm probably gonna... How do I open with... Because this is gonna open with the wrong browser. So yeah, I have some drawings here, some data sheets, I guess you would call them. Not bad, just baked 100 cupcakes and a 3-tier wedding cake with my wife. Jesus. Well, I supported her and did cleanup and prep. Nice. Who's getting married? And is this something that you guys do a lot, or is it, somebody, a friend or something? So I'm just going to open all these up so we can have a look. Yeah, so I've got some data sheets here. So there's 3 pots that I have. So there's this one, which is they're all from Taiwan Alpha. RV112FF. This is the actual data sheet. The other one's just a mechanical drawing. Has just a few more dimensions on it. No, it's family who somehow decided to make the request spiral out of control. Okay. But you don't normally make cakes. It's not like your wife is like a cake maker or something. Okay. Wait, so just let me get to what I'm doing here. So yeah, I think so. There's 3 different versions of this pot. I think I should focus on the base first because I'm not sure if I'm going to use a threaded or a straight shaft or no base on the shaft at all. Oh no, that's a plastic shaft. We want a metal shaft. So yeah, it'll be one of these. Okay. In terms of the music stuff, I'm playing Diablo 4 with my wife, and the music in the game is something I've been paying attention to. I haven't listened to it, but I'm sure the music is pretty banging. So we got RV112FF, which is an 11mm endless rotary encoder. I don't know. Okay, so it's 11.2. Then we have 11.3, which is, I think, kind of the same thing, but it's a 3-ring. It's a triple ring. I don't know how you call it. It's got 3 contact rings, but I didn't get any drawings from Taiwan Alpha for that one, so I think we'll skip that one for now. And then this one is a 14mm endless encoder with a push button. So yeah, I guess that one's a bit bigger. Maybe it could be good. The push button could be nice. Don't know if we need it or not, but I think that I'll maybe make a model for both. So yeah, let's start with the 112. Okay, Elk. My interest is sci-fi and horror. I think I can make some good ambient vibes similar to Diablo, but with a different focus. I don't know. I'm working on sound design ideas for space-related stuff right now. Yeah, that's more of the vibe I get from your stuff as well. It's like less like medieval and more like futuristic or just straight like scary. Not in a bad way, in a good way. Like eerie, you know? Alright, now how am I gonna... I wonder if I can like split screen this. Maybe I can do this and hide this and then do this and yeah, that might work. Okay. How do we like that? So I actually just want to make a completely new part with a white background because I don't like how it always does this weird background. Now, which way do I want to orient this thing? Probably facing this way. Push encoders seem like they'd be good for data entry or shift function. Pretty much all of... Yeah, I think the push button is nice for a lot of things actually. It like, especially for doing coarse and fine adjusting, can be really nice. But I think I'll make a model for both of these. Pretty much all of my music influence comes from movies and games. And I watch / play horror and sci-fi only. I clued in on that a couple of weeks ago, and it has helped me a lot with focusing my project. Yeah, I mean, I sort of got that vibes from the stuff I've seen from you already, so I think that's good. You're on the right track. Just let me send a message to my friend and we'll see if he wants to join or not. Okay. So should I do front plane or top plane first? I think I'll do top plane. And I'll make the middle of the shaft. Middle of the shaft will be the center. I personally had made that connection before. However, it's a natural strength of my sound design, and I'm gonna lean into that for a while. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. I mean, it's always good to, explore as well and try other things. But I think once you're comfortable knowing, like, okay, this is my vibe, and this is what I like doing. Then, going hard into that is, you might end up smashing out like a bunch of cool shit, you know. Okay. So I'm just gonna start adding in all the details. The chamfers and stuff I won't worry about, I don't think. So C05, I can add that in later, or I'll add it in on the right sketch, I guess. This is a M7 thread. So I'll add that. Now M7 isn't usually actually 7mm, it's usually a little bit less, but I'll just put it in as 7 for now. Then what have we got? There's a 9mm boss. There's a measurement that all countries know. Even if Americans don't use millimeters, they still know what 9mm is. Am I right? Okay. I feel attacked. My bad. I kid, we tease. How am I gonna draw this? Can I zoom in on this a bit? So there's a 12mm square. Have they not included all the dimensions, or am I being stupid and missing something? Because I don't know that dimension. I need to see like a high definition image of this thing so I know which parts are metal and stuff. Maybe I can Google that. V112FF. Something like this. very high definition. Okay, so the top part is metal and that folds around the sides, and then there's a plastic body underneath. Alright. That makes sense. So what kind of sound design are you doing now, Elk? More stuff on hardware or software, or? I do all design on hardware. Okay. I thought you were doing some plugin stuff recently. No. They never quite give you all of the dimensions, but maybe I can try to guess what that radius would be. I'm not a fan of reading Eulers, and I can't do samples with my plugins. I getcha. So you're worried that there could be like licensing issues or something? What would we guess this radius is? This is 11. This is 12. So that distance from there to there is 0.5 of a millimeter. And that distance from there to there is maybe the same. Close enough. Looks smaller though, doesn't it? Yeah, so 11 minus 12 minus 11 is 1, and then it's split into two sides, so we've got 0.5, 0.5. Don't know. What I do know is that this here is 6.7 millimeters, not 6.74. And oh, that's 10 millimeters, and that's 10. But I don't know the distance to here. Jams I do with a hybrid setup, anything I record for collaborations or things I may release to others comes out of my hardware setup. Okay. So you're wanting to get some, like you want to make a sample pack or something? I don't actually know what this dimension is. Just labeling it with some question marks to show that I don't really know. This one I don't know. So I'm gonna let myself know that I don't know in the future. Yeah, that's the kind of the path I'm considering. Okay, that'd be cool. right now I'm collaborating on some pieces with another artist, and have been recording samples for him. Oh, cool. What kind of artist? Um, let me put these side bits on here. It's PLTK. Who's PLTK? Let me look him up. Oh, well, definitely not Playticker Holding Corp. Plutek, right. Oh, cool. I haven't heard his music before, actually. Keen to check it out. He's a woodwind player. Ah. Hang on a second. So this is 12 millimeters. And these are the bits that stick out, I guess, these things. This is 10 millimeters from here to here. That's 2 millimeters thick. Okay. Two. Well, we are discussing creating a portfolio, but he is heavily connected to the film industry, so we're discussing working together to create some works to present to industry partners. Oh, that's awesome. He has some gigs. He has to perform soon, so we're on a minor break while he learns some new instruments. Okay. Just like that, huh? Just learn some new instruments. What's this? 13.6. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, he has like 5 horns to learn this month. What? How? How does one just do that? That's not possible. I said the same, but he's familiar with brass and woodwinds. It's crazy, man. Crazy. I couldn't do it. I don't know, I guess maybe like once you know one of those instruments well enough, it sort of translates somewhat. But why does he have to learn so many all of a sudden? I would love to know what the distance is from there to the center point. And the position of these 4 little dots. I don't actually know what they are. If they're like locating holes or something. Maybe it's important, maybe it's not. For now, I'm going to assume not important. But I'm going to add these. Oops. Going to add the pins. God, if I have to rotate this model, it's going to be a nightmare. I shouldn't have to though, hopefully. Not sure actually. Not sure why he needs to learn them. Yeah, it seems like a lot to expect of somebody. Is it his own gigs or is he touring with somebody else? Have no idea. Yeah, independent collaborators. Fair enough. It's another issue with this drawing. They don't show the width of the pins. Don't actually need to dimension that. And I can make that. Actually, I should make it. This would be much more future-proof if I do this. Should have done the same thing with this. And this. And this. Width of these, what would they be? Terminal detail, the 0.8 at the bottom. What are they at the top? Maybe it has it in here. No. Are there more dimensions here? This adds a few more dimensions. Not all the ones I need though. Well. that's 0.8. Maybe this is double. Maybe that's 1.6. Don't know, but I do know that from here to here is 10. Doesn't tell me what that thickness is either. Oh, these drawings never have enough. $1mm holes. Maybe it's like 0.8 squared. So maybe this is maybe dumb what I'm doing. Actually, yeah, it was dumb what I was doing. I'm gonna instead do this. Oh, frozen. Elk, if you could tell me what would your dream game be? Tell me your dream game and then dream movie that you would want to have your music on. Like if some studio was about to make a new version of some game or a new version of some movie, what would you want it to be? And they said like they want to use your music. Maybe that's already too thick. Let's go 0.5 for now. And I'll indicate that I don't actually know what it is. Is there anything on here that could indicate how deep this is? Ah, it doesn't go all the way down either. There's like two levels there. I feel like my style would probably lend itself to like Metroid or Zelda. Movie-wise, maybe Blade Runner, Aliens related media. That could be cool. Do you mean like Aliens in general or like the Aliens franchise? Franchise, okay. Yeah, that'd be sick. Really, any space themed horror. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a bit of like best of both worlds, like futuristic horror kind of thing. Indie games. Yeah, indie games could be cool. Yeah, I was thinking like, what are some games that might fit that kind of theme? Did you ever play, oh, what's it called? There's this game where there's like, I think it's called In Silence. I can't remember. Maybe we talked about this already. It's like this game about like an alien that is like it can just hear you. It's like that movie that the alien can just hear you. So if you're quiet, it doesn't know where you are, but if you make noise, it will find you. It's terrifying. But that could be the right kind of vibe. I don't know. Maybe. Um, okay, so this needs to like finish before the end. Need to have like this sort of thing going on. Okay, then I'm guessing what these dimensions are. So 6.7 to the top. I said 9 to there. Let's say this is 8 as another guess. Yeah. I don't know. I think that'll do. And then I'm gonna add those locating pinholes, whatever they are. I'm gonna guess that they're like maybe 1 millimeter. Yeah, let's say that. This drawing is getting very dimension heavy, but I think it's almost done. I'm still listening, but the lady and I have some demons to slay for a bit. Okay. I'm assuming in Diablo. We'll see where the day takes us. Fair enough, man. Sounds good. No, I just randomly did that. But what I just did I don't think is actually right. Oops. something between 9 and 10. Oops. Wait, did I dimension this somehow? What is a drum machine? You should join in on Discord and I'll explain it. Yo, Techno247. Thanks for the follow, man. Or person. Sorry, I should not do that. And Slavhammer, thank you also for the follow. Much appreciated. Thanks for clicking on the stream. Okay. I'm also making up dimensions here. So I like the dual YouTube Twitch stream. Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's a bit awkward to navigate sometimes, but all the chat seems to get aggregated pretty well, so yeah, it worked well. Okay, cool that I'm not doxing anything here, luckily. This is gonna be Taiwan Alpha RV112FF. Right. I'll just copy the name. Sweet. Okay, now we do the side view. The right plane. It's going to look a little bit different because it's going to be flipped this way and rotated this way. So let's make a rectangle. That will be the plastic body. So from here to here. And it is how tall. Doesn't actually say in this drawing, but I think this one had it. 5.4 to the top. Okay. But that's 5.4 including this other little layer on the top, which I don't know the thickness of, so I'll have to guess that one too. Okay, so total height 5.4. And for the people just joined, sorry if this is a bit boring. It's something I've been putting off for a while, but I'll just show you the device here. This is the drum machine in its current state. It's a hardware digital drum machine. So big digital music making device with lots of buttons and knobs and things. And these knobs need to have a potentiometer inside them, underneath them, that actually creates the electrical signal. And that's what these things are. And I wasn't able to download a 3D model of them, so I need to make it from scratch. So I've been putting that off, and now I'm finally doing that. So yeah, I had to download the drawings, these drawings from their website, and I'm doing the painstaking process of manually modeling them accurately. At least somewhat accurately, anyway. Big brain, goddamn. Maybe. Let's see if I get it right. Now the thickness of this metal I actually can figure out, and I'll explain how. If you look at this, if I look at this picture, I can see that this metal piece folds around the corner. So this thickness of this metal on the side is the same as the metal thickness on the top. And I can see here that the metal folded on the side, like this width is 12 mil and the plastic part is 11 mil, which means that there's 0.5 millimeters of folded metal on either side, which means that's 0.5 mil thick and the top is 0.5 mil thick, which tells me that this thickness here is 0.5. Once again, it's a guess, but I'm not even going to put question marks on this one because I'm pretty confident that's right. Maybe I'll do 1 question mark instead of 2. What's next? Draw where the metal comes down, which is here and here. I can draw the legs or the pins, which would be something like this. Tangent. These two are concentric. Okay, then this will be in line with this. This will be in line with this. Oops. And do I know what height that is? No. Okay, that's another mystery. Would help if I had one of these things in front of me and then I could measure it. But I don't. So also don't know what that fold radius would be. Let's say 0.1. And this thickness should be the same as this. Actually, I didn't need to do that because these are concentric. So let's give this an arbitrary number for the height. I don't know. 2 maybe? Is that too high? We're kind of close to the bottom. I don't know, 1.6, 1.75, 1.8, I'll do that. Do I know how long the pins are? Also no. Also no. I know that one's 3.5 and this one's slightly shorter. Than that. Oh, that's the bottom. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Because I don't know, like I know this overall height, but I don't know this height. I know this height, but I don't know that one or that one. So I don't know where this sits. They haven't got it there, they haven't got it there, they haven't got it there. Okay. So who's still watching through all this boring shit? Tell me something. Me. Glad you're here, man. I zoned out 100. Okay, so well, I guess I can tell you here, like, Elk, this random character in the chat, Slavhammer, is my friend who, once numbers are involved, I can't compute. This is my friend who works in the gaming world, in the gaming industry. So yeah, I don't know. Slav, maybe you have some ideas. I don't know. Like, how can I say this? Yeah, so Elk makes some really cool music, and it's mostly like sound design type stuff. Which, yeah, so I guess not necessarily strictly music, but like soundscapes, those kinds of things. And he's pretty interested in, like, you know, getting that music onto some kind of publication, I guess. Like his inspirations are, you know, movie soundtracks and gaming and stuff. So we're trying to think, like, how could he try to get into oh my god, I've completely fucked this up. How could he try to get his music in front of some people who make games? Whether it's, I mean, it doesn't need to be big game studios or something, maybe even indie game developers. I mean, you came from being somebody that nobody in the gaming world knew about to essentially getting headhunted or finding your way into a pretty well-known game. Would you have any suggestions? I know that music is a bit of a different world to like 3D sculpting and stuff, but what would you suggest for like how to get your work in front of people like that? I'm from the art background of things, but I dare say it would be similar in a few ways. Let me type up a response real quick. Yeah, because what I remember is you were doing like some competitions and stuff, right? Uh, What would be a good portfolio? A mixture of examples for styles and themes. Yeah, that's a good one. Good question. Okay, I don't know what the thickness of these pins are. Uh-oh. G'day, mate. Hey, Raya, how you going? Am I saying that right? Raya? Sorry if I'm not. Good to have you back. I'm potentially doing something quite boring at the moment, so I don't know. You're welcome to start a new conversation. Raya. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Is it German? Like that's, I guess, the pronunciation makes sense in German. Oh, here we go. Okay. Networking. Find a platform or a website where sound designers, musicians for games post. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask. There are normal people. They are normal people. Following that, take courses or classes hosted by people who work in the industry. I know with art there are a lot of Patreons, Gumroad courses you can get with direct feedback contact with teachers. This is tough though because it involves spending cash. 2. Try to be really specific with what you're doing and find a niche or a studio and target your work, application or portfolio to what they do. Yeah, that's a good point. Like we were just talking about, I was asking Elk if you could think of like any game or any movie or something that you would want your music to be on, what would it be? Maybe it's good to find like a good example, like find a studio or a particular indie game developer that you know is working on stuff and think, okay, I want to get these guys to use my music, and then create a portfolio like aimed at them. Yeah, targeted portfolio is what I really needed to know about. Yeah, I think that was a good one. Portfolio should be like a resume and a CV. 100%. And like I said, hit them up and ask what they would be looking for. Yeah, that's a good point too. Just try to start talking to people. Slavhammer, have you ever spoken to the people? I'm not asking this like to get contacts or something. Have you ever spoken to people who do music in your company, and do you have any idea of like what they look for or anything? Networking is big. Nope. Get your work out there on Twitter and LinkedIn. Twitter, hey? Oh, I guess, yeah, a lot of Americans are big on Twitter. Yeah, I try using Twitter. Like, I'm actually streaming to Twitter now as well. But I think I have like 10 followers on Twitter. Dang, I hate social media. Twitter and LinkedIn are the big ones. Is that still the case though, now that Twitter's a little bit... How you going? Um, yeah, it's the pits. Hmm. I'm late to this. Who's got the portfolio? Wait a minute. Have I got two different Rayas in here? I've got a Raya and a Raya. So confusing. And I saw your message, by the way. You said it's a Dutch name, Raya. Oh, you switched to Twitch to not be the oddball. Okay, fair. I've seen LinkedIn posts that are basically Facebook posts. What is a Facebook post? Like, what about it is a Facebook post? It's what people use for it now. It's like professional Facebook. Yeah. I think LinkedIn's really good for getting work and like networking and stuff. I don't really post on there. I just go on there when it's needed. Hit someone up in the studio, break the ice, add them on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, having the connections, like, um, if you know, like, I need to talk to this person at this company, and you happen to have like a connection in common on LinkedIn, then there's a chance that if you send them a message, they might be like, oh, he knows this person, so that's worth responding to. Whereas otherwise, like, if you have no connections with them at all and you just cold message them, they might just be like, they might not even see it. Like, it might not even show in their messages, or they might just think like this is spam or whatever. So yeah, making some connections on LinkedIn is definitely a good thing. Maybe that means I ditch Insta. No, 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 no. You want Instagram for getting normal people to look at your stuff, like to build an audience and stuff. You want LinkedIn as a place where you can like have professional conversations. And the more the better, really. I just say feedback. Hey, I made this audio clip and I love your work. Looking if you could just give me some feedback or thoughts. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you could be like, hey, I really like the games you make, or the movie you make, and I really like the music that's in it, and I want to get into that kind of music production. I've been practicing some stuff like this already. Maybe you can give me some tips on or some feedback on the music, and maybe some ideas on how I can get to the next step, or yeah, I don't know. Um, Discords are good too. I'm sure they're a good game audio Discords. 100% developers lurk in there. Yeah, it's true, right? Like, and this is what I thought about seeing Elk make music is like, okay, there must be, like, if you can get your stuff in front of the eyes of the right people or in front of the ears of the right people, there must be people who would jump at the opportunity and be like, okay, well, this guy is making some really cool stuff. He's probably going to have, a reasonable price because he's not like, superstar or like a big production company or something. And for for a lot of developers, that would be pretty appealing, I would say. I would think. Need to do research on studios that make media I'm interested in. Yeah, that's probably a good next step. Like you said before, you basically you've got a good idea now, like what you're aiming for, what the style is that you're into. Um, yeah, so maybe now it's just about finding targets, and then targeting them. That will help me target exactly what sort of portfolio pieces I need to focus on composing. Yeah. Predatory marketing is key. Raya, just to give you a little bit of background, Elk makes some really cool music and sort of like ambient sort of soundscape type stuff, like really cool sound design, which I've always said to him would be really cool for like video game soundtracks or like film soundtracks or TV series or something. So we're trying to figure out like what he can do uh, to make that happen, I guess. Diablo 4 sound design is like my fave. Unbiased review. Well, Slav, if you scroll up in the chat, Elk was just saying before that he's been playing that game today and really paying attention to the sound design. Sorry, I'm speaking for you. Maybe I should just stay out of this conversation now that you guys are talking to each other. Keeping myself busy. Kiovashad theme is theme. Is like chef's kiss. Oh, alright, I'm stuck. Don't know. First, I don't know if I should be doing the threaded one or the not threaded one. Let me just check something. I need to check my emails. Shameless SoundCloud drop. I'll check it out later. I know some streamers don't like when people link their stuff, but I'm definitely not at the point where that's annoying. And you seem like a pretty cool person so far, so I'll check it out. Yeah, what am I going to do? The threaded version or the non-threaded version? I don't think I need a thread. But I don't know which versions are easier to come by. This is 10 plus 5. It's 15, and then this is also 15. So in the end, it doesn't really matter. It's just this position moves. So I know either way that this is 15. For now, I'll do the threaded one, make this 5. And then I just don't know what these two distances are. Right, if I make that 7. Make this 5.4. Then this distance looks slightly more than this. Does that work? Maybe? That'll do for now. Oof, it's 11. Maybe it's time for me to start wrapping up. Okay, the L. L is from here to here. And this is a variable. Let's go L equals. And there should be different options here for L. I think. Yes. And different options for F. Cool, I'm excited to find out who you're going to target now, Elk. We've got to look out for some upcoming games. Indie games, I guess, to start with. L15 F 4.5 for sure. Yeah. I mean, I used to feel like I was in the loop with like upcoming indie horror games. But maybe at the same time, I'm a bit like, I just find out what they are after they release. There was an Aliens Decent Descent game that I was too late for. But if they make sequels. Yeah, well, this is the thing where, like, I think what Slav was explaining can really come in, where I think what you do is look at the game where you're like, even if you're too late and you're like, okay, maybe that one would have been the right game to try, but now I'm too late. I think still, like, that can be the target, because you can say to them, like, for sure they're gonna, somebody working there is going to be doing something again similar to that, or they know somebody who's going to do something similar to that, or whatever. So I think, yeah, find that crew or that person or whatever, whoever it is from that game, and try to get in contact with someone there and be like, hey, I really like the sound design on this game, and also I really like the vibe of the game, and I want to get into making sound and music for these kinds of games. Maybe you can give me some feedback, or you can give me an idea of like what I should be aiming towards, or that kind of thing. So yeah, maybe those missed opportunities are the ones where, like, maybe they're the right people to target, because for sure something else will come up. %100 agree. Hell yeah, I said something good. Hmm. Wait, this is meant to be round. Oops, keep pressing the wrong button. Whew. It's getting tiring. Too much 2D sketches. I'm gonna have to redo those dimensions. That's alright. Oh, no, I'm not. It's all good. All gravy, baby. C05. I don't actually know what the C stands for. I'm gonna guess it means chamfer, and I guess it means 5mm deep. I hope. think I got everything. Do I start putting geometry in? Maybe I'll put some geometry in real quick and then I might wrap it up. Put the plastic base in. From here to here. Then I need like this folded metal part, so I might even do that from the front. Because I need like maybe I actually need a front reference sketch. I'll do that quickly. What are we thinking of Diablo so far? I have never played. No, I have played Diablo. I have no idea. Like, can someone tell me how many Diablo games there are? Because I've definitely played one of them. But it was in the era where, like, you would buy PC Magazine or something, and it would have a little disc in it with, like, demos of computer games. And, I definitely played a demo of one of the Diablo games at some point. Other than the server rubber banding, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's just on PlayStation though, right? That this problem has been happening. What am I doing? Actually, maybe I don't need a front reference sketch. No, I do actually, I do. Yeah, how many, wait, so, okay, this is Diablo 4, right? Maybe I played Diablo 1? I think it's all the systems. There have been some major server outages have been cleared up, but it'll be a bit before everything is smooth. Slav, explain what is happening. Why does this happen to our beloved gamers? And Diablo is like top down, right? Like you're looking down at the character from above. I remember that. It was even in the older game that it was like that. I just realized when I put this 0.5 millimeter dimension, I should have actually linked it to this. It's going to do a little trick here. Okay, I need to put the pins and stuff in, but I don't care about that right now. Oops. Don't merge because I want them as two different bodies with different materials. Then I want to do this. Extruded cut, flip side to cut through all just this body. Boom. Yo, wait, I can't read. Lunique, thanks for the follow. And thanks for clicking on the video too. Sorry if this is kind of boring content at the moment. But yeah, I've been putting off modeling this potentiometer for a long time. I'm finally doing it now. Let's put a material on this thing. I'll just make it aluminium. Then I'm gonna change the appearance. Hello. I want to add like a green plastic, because that's what these things always look like. It's always plastic, low gloss, green. Maybe make it a bit brighter. Body, this one. That's the color. Then actually going to put a center line down all these round parts so I can revolve. I'm just going to do the whole thing for now. So I want to wrap up this stream. I want to make something that looks like a pot before I finish. Boom. Looks kind of like a pot. There's a bit more work to do, but we're getting somewhere. Then let's put it in the drum machine. Sorry, I missed some messages. It's an encoder, not a pot. No. Actually, no. It is a pot. Thanks for the advice and the connection. I'll work on building online connections. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, and I'll be watching. I'll be watching the process. Raya, this, it's called an endless rotary type potentiometer. Normally potentiometers, they turn all the way to one side and they stop, and then they turn all the way to the other side and they stop. And that's because it has like a ring that's like a resistance ring and a thing that sweeps around it like that. And that ring has two endpoints where the wires come off. But this one has a ring like this and then a ring inside it which is like this, and it can keep turning around 360 degrees. And it has two resistance rings, so you can always interpolate where you are in the position on the two rings. So it is an endlessly turning knob like an encoder, but it's actually a pot. And the reason why we want to use that is because you get a much higher resolution. Like encoders, a lot of encoders only have like 24 steps around the circle, so it only has 24 positions that it can be in the circle. Yeah, it's analog, exactly. So it's a range of resistance, so there's no steps. And yeah, it is analog, and it means you need two analog channels or analog to digital channels per potentiometer, which is a lot. But let's see, we think it's worth the investment. Let me turn on my PCB right sketch so I can get the height. Top plane. Oh, it's getting a bit slow. Okay, then PCB top. Check it out. We got one potentiometer in the right place. Lunique, do you stream every day so I can catch up? I'm generally streaming. I'm trying to do 2 to 3 streams per week, and it's a little bit sporadic because I'm also working full time, so I only do this after hours. But if you want to catch up, if you mean you want to catch up on the videos, I do have the videos on my YouTube and on Twitch. And the ones that are on Twitch, I haven't saved highlights yet, but I'm going to save highlights so that they'll stay there. And yeah, I'm not really confident in setting a streaming schedule just yet because it changes each week depending on if I have something, something on a Tuesday night, once off or something. So generally I'm doing like 2 to 3 streams per week, and yeah, the day varies. So but if you want to catch another one, just follow and turn on notifications, I guess. And I usually only stream for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So yeah, hopefully though, if I get to a point where I can spend more time on this and not have to spend as much time on at work, then I would like to stream longer. But let's see. I already followed you on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Oh, that was the notification that came up, I guess. All right, let me quickly just copy this thing because I do want to wrap up soon. Repeat, and wait. Lunik, do I know you? Sorry, I'm only seeing like a little display picture. Because I remember, like, I don't know if it's just completely random, but I remember that my younger cousin is on Twitch as well. And I remember I think I followed her at one point, and I couldn't tell if it was maybe you because I couldn't remember I couldn't remember her username. So if that's you, and I don't want to dox by saying your name, if that's you, I'm sorry. Okay. So, got potential. Unfortunately, no. Okay, good. Well, I mean, that's a relief because it would have been embarrassing. All right. I think I can put away my drawings here and full screen this for a second. So now I've got something at least that resembles potentiometers, and dimensions look a little bit weird, but I'll figure that out in the next installment. But for now, my voice is tired, my body's tired, my brain's tired, and yeah, I think I've done enough for today. I'm gonna make sure I save everything, and yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. So thank you everyone who joined in. It's really appreciated. I never expected that anybody would be interested in this kind of stuff, so super stoked that anybody has even felt like clicking the link, and really appreciate having you here. And also it's really good that people wanting to chime in and have a chat. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm just grateful that I can do this and it doesn't feel like a total waste of time. Because I've been doing a lot of this stuff, like design stuff before with nobody watching. And yeah, sometimes you get to points with any kind of art where it feels like you're sick of it or you start doubting yourself or something. It's nice to have people here on the journey with me. So I don't know, you guys make me feel more motivated, and I feel kind of accountable to keep working on it. Um, I don't know. It's, I guess I want to feel like it's so I'm not letting anybody down, even though probably you guys wouldn't care that much if I didn't keep doing it. But yeah, I like to imagine that I'm not letting you guys down by continuing. So yeah, long story short, really glad you're here. Glad everybody has found some entertainment out of this and was willing to give it a chance. And hope that I can see you again in the future. And yeah, if you want to check out any of my stuff on my socials, they're all here. And if you got any questions or anything, obviously write a comment. And yeah, ask me questions or suggest things to me. You're doing great work. Keep it up and best of luck. Thank you so much, Lunig. And thank you for joining. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you around in some future streams. But yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. See you later.